If you've ever written off your clutter in the past, thinking that a couple piles of unused clothes here, a stack of books and magazines that you've never even touched there, and kitchen drawers that are full to bursting aren't hurting you, then think again. It's affecting you. The things that we own aren't passive. They're actually taking from us all the time. So today, I want to look at some of the negative impacts of clutter and how it affects our lives so that hopefully we can reframe the way that we think about our possessions and make it easier to let go of the things that aren't serving us. So I'm excited to dive right into this. If you haven't already though, be sure to hit that subscribe button below and let's jump right in. The first way that our clutter can actually hurt us is that it gives us less time. Every single time something new comes into your life, it costs time. First, there's the time spent shopping for it, then there might be time picking up or unboxing it if it was delivered to you. And then there's time required to maintain, to clean, to fix, to repair. And if you multiply the few seconds here and few minutes there across every single item that you own, it really adds up, and our stuff can result in a huge drain on our time. For the things that we love and use and get value from, that time expenditure is worth it for us. But for the rest, for the clutter, that's simply wasted time and energy that we could have otherwise used for more important things. The second way that our clutter can actually harm us is that it gives us less peace and more stress. Clutter in our lives often has a subconscious effect of raising our stress levels and making it so we have a difficult time truly relaxing in our homes. In fact, studies have shown that when we're in a cluttered environment, it actually increases our cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone, meaning that the disorganized stuff we have around us is actually making us more stressed. And the impact of this goes beyond just setting us on edge whenever we're awake. It can actually impact our sleep as well. A recent study in the journal Sleep actually found that people who try sleeping in cluttered environments actually are going to have worse sleep quality and be more restless throughout the night than those sleeping in uncluttered, clear and clean rooms. So that's huge. Our clutter is impacting our quality of life and our ability to feel calm and at peace and less stressed, not only when we're awake, but also when we're sleeping. That's not all though. We haven't even touched on the most obvious impact of our clutter, and that's that we have less space around us. Every single physical item that we own takes up space. Some more, some less, but nonetheless, they all use up valuable space. And the effect of this, like with our time, is cumulative. While one item or even 100 items might not strongly impact how cluttered or uncluttered your space feels, if you have hundreds or even thousands of items that you don't love or use, your space is really quickly going to feel crowded and overwhelming. Honestly though, even thousands of items barely even scratches the surface of the sheer weight of the clutter that most people are dealing with. It's said that the average American owns 300,000 items, which is huge and really does help to explain why houses are now made so much larger now than they used to be just 50 years ago, and why the storage unit industry has exploded in recent years. We have so much stuff and it's taking up so much space that we're literally needing to buy larger homes to fit all of the things that we have. And this is one big way that our stuff doesn't just cost us more space, but number 4, it also costs us more money. When we buy things that we don't need or aren't going to use, what we're actually doing is just stealing from ourselves. That's hard-earned money that could be going towards a variety of great and wonderful things, but instead we're spending it on useless crap. And when we buy things on impulse or without thinking about it, usually what we're doing is making that purchase so we can have that instant little bit of enjoyment, that dopamine rush that we get from making a purchase. But that bit of instant gratification and feeling good doesn't last. And if we get into a cycle of it and allow it to become a habit, it can seriously hurt our finances and lead us into debt. So when it comes to bringing new things into our lives, it's important that we look at the true cost of an item and not only what the short-term impact of that item is going to be, but long-term, how it's going to impact our financial situation. And finally, let's finish this off with the 5th way that our clutter can hurt us, and that's that it gives us less focus. When we're surrounded by clutter, it becomes so much more difficult to get get in the zone and to really intently focus on whatever the task we have at hand is, because we're constantly distracted by a million and one different small things surrounding us. And this is exactly what a study in the Journal of Neurosciences found. They concluded that multiple stimuli presented in your visual field at the same time may be competing for neural representation and result in a limited capacity of what you're seeing. And I know that was pretty technical, but essentially what that's saying is that when we're surrounded by visual clutter, it impacts and limits our ability to focus because there are a number of different things competing for our attention. And so that really is so important. A lowered ability to focus means that we're not going to be as effective or productive in whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish. And that takes a mental toll on us too, because rather than being able to sit down and intently focus on and to finish a task, it's going to make it feel like we're having to fight for focus and for attention. All right, well, those are 5 of the biggest ways that your clutter is hurting you. Although really, this just scratches the surface. But the big thing and what it's so important that we recognize is that clutter isn't just clutter. When we surround ourselves with items that we don't love and that we don't use, those things are negatively impacting our lives. And so I really hope that this motivates you to rid yourself of the things weighing you down, to simplify, to declutter, and to let go of the things that aren't adding value to your life. So if that's you and it's something that you're wanting to do, then that's great. And I've put together some resources to help you. First off is my free decluttering checklist. It walks through 200 ideas for things that you can declutter from your life and is a great place to start if you're wanting to simplify. The second thing is that I've put together a whole decluttering playlist full of great inspiration and ideas to help you simplify. And then third and finally is my ebook, The Simple Guide to Decluttering Your Home. If you're wanting to declutter from start to finish and to simplify your life and your home for good, then that's a great resource that's going to walk you through the process step by step. And if you're interested in checking any or all of those out, I'll have them all linked up for you in the description box below. Thank you all so much for coming along. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did and haven't already, I'd love it if you'd hit that subscribe button below for more simple and intentional living videos coming at you twice a week. And don't forget, you can always follow me on Instagram. I'm at Ashlynne.Eaton on there for more daily inspiration and updates. That's everything for today's video though. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.